Hey guys, Paul from Ashen Phoenix. It is New Comic Book Day for the week of February 26th, and we're going to get started right now. This episode brought to you by packing tape. Because
sometimes you need it.
Sometimes you really, really need packing tape. Like when your tripod breaks, and you literally have to just tape your phone to a stick.
It looks great.
It is what it is. Packing tape. You never know when you're going to need it.
Hey guys, Tim from Capes and Scowls. How are you? Let's talk about some trades. I've got Star Wars, The Legends of Luke, the manga. Luke Skywalker, I thought he was a myth. Invaders, Volume 2. This is Zdarsky's run. This has been fantastic. So read that. Batman Overdrive. It's about a young Bruce Wayne doing car stuff, something or other. Whatever. Batman Broken City. This is a very good run of Batman. It is the 100 Bullets team of Azzarello and Rizzo and even Johnson on the cover. We've got Wolverine, the Daughter of Wolverine. This is collecting Marvel Comics Presents 1 through 9. This is, when did Wolverine get a daughter? Last year is the answer. Are you surprised? So am I. Dawn of X, Volume 2. This is X-Men, Marauders, Excalibur, New Mutants, X-Force, and Fallen Angels, Issue 2. This is a very strange thing to me, Paul, but I guess it works if you buy all of these.
It does. Well, the problem is that they're eventually going to release their individuals like, oh, here's Marauders.
It'd be great if they didn't. They were just like, you know what? No. Good on you, Marvel. You should do that. You can have that. That's free. DC Tales from Tales from the Dark Multiverse. We've reviewed, I think, all of these.
Pretty sure.
And all of them were awesome. This is great. Please read it. And speaking of awesome, Going to the Chapel by David Pepose. Hi, David. David's friends. He loves us. Well, he loves me. I don't know if he loves you.
I don't think he knows me.
No one knows you. No one really knows you.
So wrong.
Not the real you. David, let me know if you like Paul. I know you don't, but if you want to lie to him, it's fine. And the previews is out. We can talk about the previews. Let's start with DC previews. Paul, say stop.
Stop.
Books of Magic is still going in that Neil Gaiman verse thingamabobber. Why does he need his own verse? Next thing, Frank Miller's going to have his own verse. Wait, he kind of does have his own verse. Verses are dumb. Say stop, Paul.
Stop.
All right. The Marvel Art of Adam Kubert. It's a hardcover. It's an art book. If you didn't know art books existed, they do. And Paul, one more time for the big... The Goon. Didn't we get the Goon the last time you told me to do this?
We did.
Go again.
Stop.
Exo Manowar, number 3. Valiant, still going strong. Bloodshot, gonna be a movie in the theaters. I saw a poster for it.
I saw a preview for it.
Yeah, no, I went to a PG movie, so they didn't show that preview.
Oh.
I saw The Call of the Wild. That dog wasn't real.
First up, we have Hidden Society, issue number 1. I picked this book up on a dare because Tim was just like, I bet you won't. I said, I will. And I did. And I was expecting to hate it because Tim was just like, this looks terrible. It's not. This is actually a really good book. It's really, really fun. You have this, it's your typical trope though. It's a wizard brings together a unlikely group of heroes to thwart the end of the world. You have a magician who can actually do real magic, doesn't realize it until just now. You have a blind woman who has a demon at her command, and then you have what I would assume is a succubus, who's basically just going through and just killing people who do bad things. And the art is really good. The writing is fantastic. This is something I did not expect to like, and I do. I want to see more of it, so check it out.
Well, it's time to talk about books I read, and I read Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Jennika. This is the new turtle, female turtle. She is a ninja as well, and this is a little bit of her backstory, and apparently, I haven't kept up a ton with the new Turtles run, but I know the City of War angle just kind of ended, and a bunch of people turned into mutants, like a whole city, and it's a whole area, and you don't leave your zone, because it's not safe, because people are awful scumbag people, and they want to shoot you because you're a giant walking rabbit. I don't know, there's a whole thing going on here, a lot of undertones about racial inequality, but also a lot of people getting punched in the face. It's a very good mix. If you like people getting punched in the face, or maybe even kicked in the face, this is probably for you. I enjoyed it.
All right, something I normally read. Amazing Spider-Man issue number 40. If you notice, this is definitely Amazing Spider-Man issue 299. Definitely is. Definitely feels like that. Gotta find it.
It's not up there.
Oh, it's not out there anymore. Oh no. Well, it is. Trust me on that. $2.99 or $2.98. Chance has unfortunately done a bet with the Foreigner and has to try to lose and against Spider-Man in order to keep all of his fortune. And Spider-Man has to also finish his podcast. There's so many awesome cameos in this, and this is something that you should always see from Nick Spencer. But this was fun. This was definitely a lot of fun. 40 issues in, and I'm still laughing at everything Nick Spencer does. And that's kind of how you should be with Spider-Man. It's fantastic. Definitely pick it up.
Next up, we got Falcon and Winter Soldier #1. I enjoyed this book, Paul. I had no expectations of it, you know? I don't know any of these people that worked on this book, but they did a very good job. So I'm going to shout them out, even though I should have looked ahead of time because I can't find their information easily. Derek Landy is your writer. Federico Vincetti is your artist. Your color artist is Matt Mila. Joe Carmangio, ooh, I butchered that one, is your letterer. This book was fun, people. Essentially what it is a bunch of people show up and try to kill the Winter Soldier and his cat, and he gets very angry about it, and he murders them back. And meanwhile, Falcon is trying to hunt for somebody in a group of his, and he can't find her, and he ends up meeting up with the Winter Soldier in a room full of dead bodies. They kind of track what is happening. I don't want to go too much more into it, but there's a fight scene in here you could not have possibly seen coming, and the violence is off the scale. I don't know why I just read violent books today, but all the violence, if you want violence, holy crap, the fight scene in here is pretty crazy. I enjoyed that. Interesting book. Did not see it coming, like I said. Really good writer, really good art, really good team. So check this out.
Next up, we have X-Men versus the Fantastic Four, issue #2. Things have gone bad because in the last issue, Franklin stowed away on the Marauder on the way to Krakoa and then gets stopped by Doom. And things go really bad because Doom. And then we get the first skirmish between the Fantastic Four and the X-Men because the first family is not happy that their children are gone. And the X-Men are just like, dude, we didn't do anything. It was a good issue, though. Definitely fun. I'm curious to see how this goes, and I want to see the rest of it.
All right, what's my pick of the week? I liked all those other books so much. What could it be?
I have no idea.
It's Fantastic Four Grimm Noir. This is a one-shot, and I, again, didn't know what to expect. I just randomly picked books this week. I'm like, I don't know anything about anything. Let me just blindly pick things, and that's always the most fun. This is a story of Ben Grimm having issues with nightmares, and he can't figure out why he keeps having these nightmares, and there's like this monster in his dreams that keeps terrorizing him. Meanwhile, a woman across the street seems to be missing, and it's kind of this whole noir kind of story, but it's still super heroics, and it's a lot of horror. It feels way more horror than noir. The art in this is amazing. They really use the art to tell the story, especially when talking about his nightmares and showing you the dreamscape of Ben Grimm. This book, a lot of fun. If you're into creepy, weird stuff. I enjoyed it. I would actually like more, but I understand why this was like a one and done. But if you want something different and you like the FF, this is good. So check it out.
And my pick of the week, I wasn't expecting it to be my pick of the week because I'm not a fan of Wonder Comics in general. But Amethyst, issue #1, this is by Amy Reeder. It's her writing and her art. And this takes place years after the exploits of Amethyst in the 80s. She's going back to her gem world to visit Gemworld for her birthday, expecting this amazing parade, and Amethyst World is completely empty. People and everybody that she tends to go to for help suddenly don't want to help her for any reason whatsoever. And then there's a big cliffhanger at the end. I can't tell you what it is because it kind of unravels a lot of what happened in the last 30 some odd years of writing this story. But it was actually really good. The writing was great. The art was fantastic. I enjoyed reading it. This is, I think, a 7-issue mini. But I'm invested. I want to see more of this. You should too. Check it out.
All right, people, that is it. We made it to the end of the video. Paul's got nothing to promote. He doesn't want to promote. He doesn't want to tell you about nothing. He says you guys are all good. But I have things to promote. Podcast tomorrow, which is today. Today for you people. If I didn't screw this up, there should be a new interview up with ericsjourney.org, which is a charitable organization that deals with fighting HLH and other rare diseases. You're saying that has nothing to do with comics? You're right. But I did that interview, and it's a great interview. And you enjoyed that interview. Check it out, because it would make my heart happy. I don't know if it'll make my heart happy, but it might flicker and do a little pump or something. I don't know what hearts do. Anyways, that's it. I'm done. I got nothing else. Paul, you got anything else?
No, I'm good.
You're good? Paul's good. Paul, hit the button and untape the tripod. Good luck.
Oh, man, you did put it on here pretty hard.
I did it. Well, I mean, I didn't want it to fall.
Oh, it's not going to fall.
No, we'll have to put that picture somewhere where people could find it. Check out our Twitter. You'll see the picture of this.